Hey, this is Jeff from Wunderdog Sports. Welcome to part 2 of my How to Win at Sports Betting video series. In this video, we're going to talk about losing. I'm going to explain the 7 reasons nearly every single sports bettor loses, and it's probably not what you think. I'll also share with you why there's hope for turning that losing into winning. Before we start, let's acknowledge that this shit is hard. It's really hard. You're losing and you're not alone. Almost everyone does. Lavish Vegas casinos weren't built based on luck or fair play. They were built based on having a huge built-in advantage in this game. Can you beat it? Sure, but you're sabotaging your chances at doing that. Let me explain as we dive into the 7 reasons that you lose at sports betting. Reason number 1, your picks suck. If you're like most sports bettors, you're betting based on gut feel and letting the wrong people influence you. You're probably listening to the TV or radio talking heads. Don't be fooled. This is not their job, and they're very unlikely to be trained in statistics or analysis. Your picks also suck because you're more interested in being a fan than a winner. You want to root for your favorite team? Guys, there's nothing wrong with that. Where it goes wrong is when you bet with your heart. Emotion from being a fan clouds decisions that require no emotion. For this reason, I stopped being a fan decades ago. Your picks also suck because you think you can beat the sports books without a deep knowledge of statistics. Guys, do you think people who don't understand statistical analysis and rules and pitfalls beat the stock market on a consistent basis? Do you think sports betting is any different? Another reason your picks suck, you're betting without an understanding of human nature. Human nature? What the does that have to do with sports betting? Guys, you're not just going up against the sports books when you're betting sports. You've got to realize that you're competing against everyone else that's betting as well, because this is a fluid market. Finding and exploiting value requires an understanding of what other human beings are doing and why. Finally, guys, your bets suck because you're making sucker bets. Sucker bets are those in which the house advantage is so high that you're never going to win long term. Straight bets have a house advantage of 2 to 5%. In contrast, parlays and teasers have a house edge closer to 15%. Don't make these bets. In recap, guys, you need to make better picks. Reason number 2 that you're losing. You have unrealistic expectations. You cannot expect to win more than 54% of your bets long term. Yep, you heard that right. The best in the business hit between 53 and 55. That shocks most beginners. Over the short term, of course, anything is possible, including runs where you're hitting 70% or more. But over the long run, it is absolutely impossible to win more than 55% of your even odds bets. And anyone that tells you different is flat out lying to you. That's the bad news. The good news is you can make a lot of money at these win rates. I'm talking returns that dwarf other investments, including the stock market. I'm going to go into this in much more depth in a future video in this series. But for now, just know that having misset expectations leads to actions that prematurely delete your bankroll. Reason number 3 you aren't winning. You're betting too much per game. Every sports betting newbie, and even most experienced sports bettors, consistently overbet. If you have ever lost your entire bankroll in a season or on a trip to Vegas betting sports, then you are overbetting and it's gotta stop now. I'm gonna get into depth about bankroll management, realistic expectations, sample sizes, and the importance of being emotionally and financially prepared to handle high variance in upcoming videos in this series. Reason number 4 that you're losing, you're impatient. Most sports bettors aren't willing to accept reasonable returns and instead want to double or triple their money overnight. Guys, the stock market returns 7% per year. So why are you not happy when you get a 10% return in a season that takes half that time? If you aren't happy with realistic, yet great returns from sports betting, and instead demand unrealistically high returns, you're gonna do things that lead you to lose. Reason number 5 that you aren't winning. You can't handle losing. What does winning in sports betting feel like? A lot like losing. The reality of hitting 55% long term means that you will have losing days close to half the time. If you can't accept these losing days or extended losing streaks, which are inevitable, you won't be able to take advantage of the winning streaks when they come. You must be able to mentally handle the feeling of losing that is very prevalent in sports betting, even for long-term winning handicappers. Reason number 6 that you're losing: you aren't line shopping. Getting an extra half point on a line here or there, or the ability to find lower odds or reduced commission outlets are all critical to winning at sports betting. Hopefully, you do some comparison shopping when you look for other items to buy in your life, like an Xbox or a car or a pair of jeans. If you aren't shopping for prices on your bets as well, you're leaving money on the table and making it very difficult to win. And lastly, reason number 7 that you're losing: you're listening to blowhard scammers that prey on you. Listen, I get it. I was there. When I first started sports betting, I fell for the pitch from shysters who promised the world and delivered nothing. I'm gonna outline for you who these scammers are and how to spot them. Okay guys, well, that's why you're losing. Are you tired of it? Yeah, I would think so. In the remainder of this series, I am gonna help you turn that losing into winning. I will help you identify bankroll crushing activities and instead arm you with a disciplined system that is immune to emotions, takes into account human nature, and is rooted in a solid understanding of statistics. I will help you understand how to set reasonable expectations, how to manage your money, how to make good picks, and how to find the best prices. I'm gonna open the kimono to my 3 decades of sports betting experience, laying out for you how I win and how you can do it too.